A 10th police officer charged with the attempted murder of KZN businessman Thabiso Ngcobo has appeared in court this morning.
I don't know if you'll agree with me, but I just feel like South Africa is slowly becoming a dangerous country. I mean, since when have the police turned into hitmen? Well, meet the boogeyman of the police force named Pedro Rodrigues, who has been involved in an hit of a local businessman, Thabiso Ngcobo. Well, first of all, let me tell you about Thabiso Ngcobo, a local businessman from KwaZulu-Natal involved in the construction and transportation business. And earlier this year, he lodged a high-profile case following the threats he received at one of his business premises, and the case was confirmed by the former Minister of Police, Boogeyman. Now in May 2024, while Thabiso was traveling along the M13 near Pinetown, armed men approached him in 3 vehicles and attempted to drive him off the road. Those armed men were Pedro Rodrigues, a 44-year-old South African police officer, along with his other 9 associates. According to Thabiso, he was being chased by unmarked vehicles with blue lights, and as he stopped, 2 guys were already pointing rifles at him and told him to get out of his car. One of the cops approached his car banging his window, and there was suddenly a volley of shots fired at his vehicle. But lucky him, he had his vehicle armored as soon as he received threats in his business's premises earlier this year, which led to his survival.
This is Thabiso Ngcobo's bullet-riddled car. He says this was done by members of the police who had requested him to pull over. This is where he was pulled over and shot at.
Ngcobo believes that this was an attempted hit, and if they had succeeded, they would have easily covered it up as they are cops. After Ngcobo opened the case against them, the 9 associates were arrested, and Pedro Rodrigues handed himself in and appeared in court in July 2024 for charges on attempted murder, tampering with the vehicle registration number, and defeating the ends of justice. And at that time, they claimed it was a case of mistaken identity, and their case was postponed for the 20th of August 2024.
Considering the submissions made and the state's affidavit, I'm satisfied then that you're a suitable candidate to be released on bail. Your bail is fixed in the amount of 5,000 Rand cash. Your matter is remanded to the 20th of August for further investigations. I take note that you've handed over your passport to the investigating officer, and that you are not to have any contact directly or indirectly with the complainant, so no communication with the complainant whilst this matter is pending.
I genuinely sympathize with Ngcobo here. Imagine a bail of 5,000 rands each for such damages.
Yes, I think today's appearance is very disappointing. There are many, as I said earlier, there are many inconsistencies. Just like the schedule, the others, the matter was made to be a Schedule 5. This one, if you listen to the prosecutor, he said Schedule 1, which the magistrate also did not object or correct, because the other 9 are a Schedule 5 matter. So we need clarity on that and how does that work. And I think as well, one of the biggest things was the fact that how is a person that is in police custody being escorted into court by private security? That one was also a bizarre matter for us as to how does that work. And then we come to the fact that the demasking of him, that we couldn't see him. I still sit today, I don't know who he is. The magistrate herself, for me, doesn't know because he's got a mask on. And so how do you grant bail to someone that you don't know? With the conditions that were set, that he can't make contact, physical or otherwise. How am I going to know if I've never even seen him? How am I going to know if he's transgressed on those? So these are the questions that we do have, which my legal team is going to raise because it's a big concern for us.
Since then, there has never been an evidence of their second appearance in court, which might mean the case has either been terminated or postponed once again. I guess it has basically came to a point where as the SA police can be hired as hitmen. Also, shout out to Ntandokazi Dlamini for bringing this video to y'all. Y'all let me know what you think of this down in the comments. My name is Jay and this is Moment in Future, pulling you into the truth.